Imagine spending your whole life believing that every obstacle, every challenge, was actually preparing you for something greater. I know this might sound like just another inspirational quote you quickly scroll past on your social media feed, but what if I told you that this isn't just a feel-good mantra, but a deeply rooted principle in an ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time? Yes, I'm talking about Stoicism, a philosophy that not only teaches us to endure life's battles, but to truly embrace them, turning our struggles into our strengths. Today, let's dive deep into the heart of Stoicism, uncovering how this timeless wisdom can be not only a beacon of light during our darkest moments, but a daily guide to living with purpose and resilience. Whether you're facing personal challenges, professional hurdles, or just the everyday chaos of life, Stoic teachings offer a roadmap not only to survive but to thrive, showing that the power to lead a fulfilling life lies not in changing our circumstances, but in changing our response to them. So, if you've ever felt like you're constantly fighting against the tide, if you've ever wondered how to find peace amidst the storm, or if you're just curious about how ancient wisdom can illuminate our modern lives, you're in the right place. Join me. Challenge your limits. Embracing growth and potential as we explore how to harness the principles of Stoicism to turn our challenges into our greatest victories, learning to live with intention, integrity, and indomitable spirit. Let's embark on this journey together, discovering how to turn the obstacles in our path into stepping stones for our greatest evolution. And as we dive into this transformative journey together, I invite you to click the registration button and stay with us throughout the entire video. Every moment is crafted to inspire and empower you, and you won't want to miss a single part of this life-changing exploration. First, question your own limits. Have you ever found yourself settling for less than you're capable of? It's a common theme in many of our lives, where we go days, weeks, or even years without truly questioning the limits we've set for ourselves. But here's where the powerful question, why not, comes into play. It's a simple question, yet it holds the power to unravel layers of complacency and fear that hold us back. Now let's infuse this with a dose of Stoicism. Stoics didn't sit around waiting for life to happen. They were proactive, constantly examining their lives, their decisions, and their actions through a lens of virtue and self-improvement. When faced with a challenge or a decision to make, a Stoic would ask themselves, why not take the path that leads to growth? This isn't about taking reckless risks, but rather about conscious and deliberate choices that align with your core values and your higher self. So when you find yourself at a crossroads, feeling hesitant or unsure about stepping into the unknown or elevating your efforts, pause and ask yourself, why not? Why not pursue that promotion, start that project, or take that leap of faith towards your dreams? It's in these moments of decision that our destinies are shaped, but here's the crucial point. Asking why not is not just about facing external challenges, but also about confronting the internal narratives that limit us. It's about challenging self-doubt, fear of failure, and the comfort of the status quo. It's a call to action, urging you to rise above mediocrity and embrace the potential for greatness that lies within you. Remember all the Stoic heroes you've read about, from Marcus Aurelius to Seneca. They embraced challenges as opportunities for growth. They didn't opt for a life of ease and comfort. They pursued the path of virtue, resilience, and personal excellence. And that's exactly what you're doing when you ask yourself, why not? You're stepping into the arena, ready to fully engage with life, to grow, learn, and emerge stronger and wiser. So, the next time you find yourself hesitating, remember that you have the power to redefine the narrative. You have the strength to go beyond your perceived limits. Embrace the Stoic mindset. Ask yourself, why not? The pursuit of improvement. Becoming a pro-Copton. Why not see how far your curiosity, courage, and commitment can take you? Number 2, be obsessed with improvement. In the world of Stoicism, this relentless pursuit of improvement aligns perfectly with the concept of pro-Copton, the idea of making consistent progress or being a work in progress. Stoics believed in focusing on what they could control, namely their virtues, actions, and responses to external events. They didn't seek perfection, they sought progress, and that's what I'm urging you to pursue. Consistent, and relentless progress. Think about it. Improvement lies at the core of everything meaningful, whether it's honing your skills at work, deepening your relationships, or cultivating motivating inner peace. The essence of a fulfilling life is growth. When you're obsessed with improvement, you're inherently aligned with the Stoic virtue of self-mastery, committed to the journey of becoming your best self, not for praise or external validation, but because it's the most authentic expression of living according to your principles. But here's the thing. Being obsessed with improvement isn't about being harsh or relentless with yourself. It's about embracing a compassionate and persistent dedication to your growth, celebrating small victories while remaining hungry for the next level of your evolution. And yes, there will be setbacks and failures along the way, but in true Stoic fashion, you'll see these not as defeats, but as invaluable lessons and steps on your path to improvement. So, how do you cultivate this obsession with improvement? Start by setting clear and intentional goals that resonate with your core values. Reflect daily on your actions and decisions, asking yourself how they align with your growth aspirations. Embrace challenges as opportunities to stretch your limits and learn, and, most importantly, stay curious and open, always willing to adapt and refine your approach. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is infinite. There's always another layer to explore, another skill to master, another virtue to embody, and in this endless pursuit, we find our greatest joy and fulfillment. So let's embrace this obsession with improvement not just as a means to an end, but as a way of life. As we travel together on this path, let's support and inspire each other to reach new heights, to become the architects of our destiny, and to live each day with purpose, passion, and an insatiable thirst for growth. Number 3, put your heart into it. Stoics are known for their resilience, steadfastness, and unwavering commitment to their values. When they commit to something, they give it their all, not in pursuit of praise or recognition, but because they understand that this total commitment is the essence of living a virtuous and meaningful life. Stay on your path, navigating life with purpose and integrity. Let's commit to this path together, supporting and inspiring each other to give our best, to live with unwavering passion and purpose, and to create a legacy of excellence and virtue that endures because, in the end, it's not just about what we achieve, but who we become in the process. Number 4, stay on your path. We live in a world full of distractions, temptations, and, let's be honest, plenty of reasons to veer off course. But here's where the real magic happens. When you stay committed to your path, despite all the noise and chaos around you, you're standing up for something greater. You're honoring your journey, your values, and ultimately, yourself. The Stoics understood that life is full of distractions that can steer us away from our true purpose, but they also knew the power of staying the course, of remaining steadfast in their commitment to their principles and goals. For the Stoics, staying on your path wasn't just about personal achievement. It was a matter of integrity and character. So, what does it mean for you to stay on your path? It means having clarity about your direction in life, knowing what you stand for, what you're fighting for, and what kind of person you want to be. It means aiming for your North Star and navigating by it even when storms arise and waters get rough. But here's the crucial part. Staying on your path doesn't mean being rigid or inflexible. Life is unpredictable, and part of staying true to your course is being adaptable, learning from your experiences, and adjusting your sails when necessary. What matters is that these adjustments are always aligned with your core values and your ultimate vision. So, how can you ensure you're staying on your path? It starts with self-awareness. Take time to reflect on your values, your goals, and your vision for your life. Write them down, revisit them often, and use them as your compass. Cultivate the discipline to make choices that are in line with your path, even when they're challenging or unpopular. And remember, resilience is key. When you encounter obstacles or setbacks, see them as opportunities to strengthen your resolve and deepen your commitment to your journey. Number 5, don't focus on the results. We're often taught to keep our eyes on the prize, measuring success by the results we achieve. But what if I told you there's immense and powerful freedom in letting go of your fixation on results? This is where Stoicism shines, offering us a profoundly liberating perspective that can transform our lives. You attract what you embody, the mirror of virtues. You project externally, but also what resides within you. If you're filled with negativity, fear, or bitterness, these traits can tarnish your experiences and interactions. On the other hand, if you cultivate virtues like kindness, resilience, and integrity, these qualities will shine in your life, attracting positive experiences and relationships. The Stoics emphasized the importance of developing a strong, virtuous character because they understood that this is the foundation upon which a good life is built. They believed that you can't control the world around you, but you can control who you choose to be within that world. And by focusing on being the best version of yourself, you naturally create a life that reflects those qualities. But how can you embody this principle of reaping what you sow in your daily life? Start by practicing regular self-reflection. Critically examine your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, but with compassion, identifying areas where you can grow and improve. Actively cultivate virtues that resonate with you, whether it's courage in the face of adversity, perseverance in pursuit of your goals, or compassion towards others. Remember, it's not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about being aware of your internal state and your external manifestations, striving to align your actions with your highest values and principles, even when it's challenging. And when you falter, as we all do, it's about having the humility and resilience to learn from your experiences and continue your journey of self-improvement. By embracing this Stoic wisdom, you empower yourself to be the architect of your reality. You recognize that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you have immense power over how you respond and who you choose to be. And as you align your being with your highest ideals, you'll find that the world around you begins to reflect that same quality and depth. Number 7, embrace the challenge. Now think about the obstacles you've faced in your own life. We all have them, whether they're minor inconveniences or major setbacks. Our instinctive reaction may be, wholeheartedly, dedicate yourself to your goals, commitment, and virtue. In life, they don't engage with their responsibilities or passions halfway. Instead, they dedicate their entire being to their endeavors, embodying the principle that the value of our actions lies not in the results, but in the depth of our commitment. Giving your all is channeling your energy, focus, and efforts into your pursuits, whatever they may be. It's waking up every day and deciding that you're not going to coast through life on autopilot, but rather actively shape your destiny with your thoughts, choices, and actions. It's not just about dreaming big, but also about acting with greatness, taking those bold and decisive steps that propel you forward, even when the path is filled with challenges and uncertainties. But here's a crucial point. Giving your all isn't just about what you do, but also how you do it. It's about approaching your tasks, relationships, and self-improvement with sincerity, passion, and integrity. It's about being fully present and engaged, whether you're working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or reflecting on your personal growth. And when obstacles arise, as they inevitably will, it's about facing them with courage and resilience, tapping into your inner strength to overcome adversity. So, how can you begin to give your all in your own life? Start by identifying what truly matters to you, your core values, your most cherished goals, and your deepest passions. Then commit to pursuing these goals with all your heart and soul. Set high standards for yourself and strive to achieve them every day, not out of obligation, but because you're driven by a genuine desire to live fully and authentically. Remember, giving your all isn't a one-time act. It's a way of life, a choice you make every day, every moment, with every breath. And by embracing this philosophy, you'll find that it not only propels you towards your goals, but also brings a profound sense of fulfillment and purpose to your journey. So, let's go. Setting aside results, finding freedom in the process. In approaching life and our understanding of success, the Stoics teach us that there are things within our control and things beyond it. Our efforts, intentions, and attitudes, these are within our reach. But results often involve factors that are outside of our control. When we fixate on results, we set ourselves up for frustration, disappointment, and even despair because we're clinging to something we can't truly command. So, what does it mean to shift your focus away from results? It means dedicating your heart and soul to your endeavors, giving your best to the task at hand, whether it's a project at work, a personal goal, or a relationship. It means fully engaging with the process, embracing the challenges and learning opportunities it presents, without being overly attached to the final outcome. Imagine how liberating it is to do your work with passion and diligence, not because of what it may bring in terms of rewards or recognition, but simply because you believe in what you're doing. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. Finding satisfaction and meaning in your own actions, not just in their potential fruits. But let's be clear. Not focusing on results doesn't mean being indifferent to success or failing to set goals. Instead, it's about redefining success in terms of your own actions and character. Did you act with integrity, courage, and commitment? Did you grow and learn? These are the true measures of success in the Stoic view. So, how can you begin to embody this mindset in your life? Start by reflecting on your values and the kind of person you want to be. Set your goals with this in mind, focusing more on the qualities you want to cultivate and the actions you want to take, rather than the external rewards you hope to achieve. When you find yourself anxious about results, gently remind yourself of what is truly within your control, and try to redirect your energy towards your efforts and attitudes. Number 6. You attract what you embody. Imagine living your life as a mirror reflecting not only what you, small steps, big impact. Doing what you can. Regardless of our ambitions or the complexity of the challenges we face, we may wonder, what difference can my small contribution make? But here's the point. Every great achievement is the sum of its parts, each created by seemingly insignificant individual actions. The Stoics understood that we don't control grand outcomes, but rather our moment-to-moment choices. They teach us to focus on the present, to do what is right and necessary now, without being paralyzed by the size of the task at hand or overly fixated on the distant goal. Doing what you can is a call to action, urging us to engage with life actively and purposefully, no matter how small or modest our contributions may seem. So, how can we live out this principle? Start by breaking down your larger goals into smaller, actionable steps. Focus on what you can accomplish today, even if it's just a small step forward. Remember, it's about consistency and persistence, not the size of the action. Each small step is a building block, creating a foundation that, in the end, will sustain you and your larger aspirations. Moreover, this Stoic mindset encourages us to find value and meaning in the process itself, not just the end result. When we focus on doing what we can, we become more present, more engaged, and often more effective. We learn to appreciate the journey with all its twists and turns, recognizing that growth and fulfillment come from our daily efforts and attitudes. By embracing this philosophy, we also cultivate humility and resilience. We acknowledge that we are not all-powerful, but we also affirm our agency and impact. We learn to be resourceful, to adapt, and to persevere, even when progress seems slow or invisible. Number 9. Redefine your definition of success. In a world where success is often measured by material wealth, job titles, or social media followers, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Embracing challenges. Obstacles as paths to growth. Sometimes we encounter obstacles that cause us frustration, discouragement, or even despair. But what if instead we saw these obstacles as hidden gifts, as catalysts for personal development and self-discovery? That's the essence of this Stoic principle. When the Stoics spoke of obstacles, they weren't being flippant or ignoring life's difficulties. They fully acknowledged the pain and hardship that challenges can bring. However, they also believed that within every obstacle lies the seed of an equal or greater benefit. It's not the obstacle itself that defines our experience, but rather our reaction to it. By choosing to see the obstacle as a path, we shift from passive victims of our circumstances to active and empowered agents of change. So, How can you apply the principle, "The obstacle is the way" in your daily life? Start by reframing your perspective. When faced with a challenge, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help me grow? Instead of allowing obstacles to drain your energy and spirit, use them as steps to build resilience, creativity, and perseverance. Open yourself to the understanding that the most rewarding paths often include the steepest climbs. The struggles you face, the barriers you overcome, and the persistence you exhibit all contribute to the development of your character and personal narrative. Each obstacle is an opportunity to practice virtues such as patience, courage, and adaptability, shaping you into a stronger and wiser person. Additionally, remember that overcoming obstacles often requires innovative thinking and a willingness to venture off the beaten path. It's in these moments of trial that we are pushed to expand our horizons, think outside the box, and discover new strengths we didn't know we had. By embracing the Stoic approach to obstacles, we also cultivate a sense of gratitude for the growth they enable. We learn to appreciate the journey with all its twists and turns, recognizing that the deepest lessons are often learned in the face of adversity. Number 8. Do what you can. In the grand tapestry of life, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Redefining success, virtues over vanity. What if we took a step back and reassessed our criteria for success? The Stoics teach us that true success isn't about acquiring things or impressing others, but rather about developing a strong character, living in harmony with nature, and fulfilling our roles as human beings. It's about being honest, courageous, and wise, regardless of our circumstances. This approach to success is incredibly empowering because it puts the power firmly in our own hands. We may not be able to control the economy, the job market, or others' opinions, but we can always control our own virtues and actions. So, how can we begin to change our definition of success? It starts with introspection. Take time to reflect on what you truly value and what kind of person you want to be. Consider the qualities you admire in others and aspire to develop in yourself. Then, set goals that are aligned with those values, focusing on your personal growth and how you can positively contribute to others' lives. Redefining success also means learning to appreciate the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate your efforts, resilience, and progress, even if they don't lead to immediate rewards. Remember, success in Stoicism is as much about how you face challenges and setbacks as it is about achieving your goals. It's about maintaining your integrity and equanimity regardless of external conditions. Additionally, changing your definition of success can lead to greater fulfillment and happiness. When you're not constantly seeking external validation, you're free to focus on what truly brings you joy and satisfaction. You'll likely find that pursuing virtue and meaningful engagement with the world is much more rewarding than chasing superficial markers of success. Mastering the art of saying no, affirming your values and priorities, validation, and those rooted in our true selves. This isn't always easy. It requires honesty and introspection, but it's a crucial step toward living a more authentic and fulfilling life. Next, we need to cultivate confidence in our own judgments and decisions. The Stoics emphasize the importance of reason and wisdom in guiding our actions. When we trust our own reasoning and align our actions with our well-founded convictions, we become less dependent on the approval of others. We can stand firm in our choices, even when they're unpopular or misunderstood, because we know they're rooted in our deepest principles. It's also important to embrace the idea that not being appreciated by everyone isn't just acceptable, it's normal and inevitable. We're all unique individuals with our own values, beliefs, and perspectives. It's impossible to please everyone, and trying to do so would require us to constantly change and adapt to others' expectations, losing our sense of identity in the process. By focusing on being authentic and true to ourselves, we attract the right kind of relationships, those based on genuine respect and shared values. And even when we face criticism or rejection, we can take comfort in knowing that we're living with integrity, faithful to our Stoic principles, rejecting the need for approval, authenticity over praise. In a society where there's so much emphasis on approval and validation from others, it's easy to lose ourselves, forgetting our core values and motivations in the pursuit of being appreciated. However, Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to this external orientation, reminding us that our worth and our choices should be grounded in our own principles and virtues, not in others' fleeting opinions. The Stoics teach us that seeking approval can be a form of slavery. We become hostages to others' whims and judgments, allowing their perceptions to dictate our actions and our self-esteem. But when we free ourselves from this need for external validation, we gain a profound sense of freedom and authenticity. We can act according to our own values and beliefs, seeking what we genuinely believe is right and meaningful, regardless of whether we gain popularity or praise. So, how can we begin to detach our actions from the desire to be appreciated? First and foremost, it requires the development of a strong sense of self-awareness. We need to understand our motivations, distinguishing between actions driven by a desire for external approval, rejecting the need for approval, authenticity over praise. In a society where there's so much emphasis on approval and validation from others, it's easy to lose ourselves, forgetting our core values and motivations in the pursuit of being appreciated. However, Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to this external orientation, reminding us that our worth and our choices should be grounded in our own principles and virtues, not in others' fleeting opinions. The Stoics teach us that seeking approval can be a form of slavery. We become hostages to others' whims and judgments, allowing their perceptions to dictate our actions and our self-esteem. But when we free ourselves from this need for external validation, we gain a profound sense of freedom and authenticity. We can act according to our own values and beliefs, seeking what we genuinely believe is right and meaningful, regardless of whether we gain popularity or praise. So, how can we begin to detach our actions from the desire to be appreciated? First and foremost, it requires the development of a strong sense of self-awareness. We need to understand our motivations, distinguishing between actions driven by a desire for external approval, mastering the art of saying no, affirming your values and priorities, rejecting distractions. In a world that constantly demands our time, attention, and energy, learning to say no is an invaluable skill. It's not just about rejecting things we don't want to do, but about affirming our priorities, values, and autonomy. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters and is within our control. And sometimes that means turning down requests, opportunities, or even demands that aren't aligned with our core values. The Stoics advocated living in accordance with nature, which included recognizing and honoring our own limits. They understood that our time and energy are finite resources and that we should be discerning in how we allocate them. Saying no then becomes a crucial exercise in discernment, a way to ensure that we're dedicating ourselves to what is genuinely meaningful and beneficial, not just to what is urgent or requested of us. But let's be honest, saying no can be incredibly challenging. It requires courage, especially when we're conditioned to please or when we fear missing out on opportunities or disappointing others. However, the Stoic approach teaches us to value our own judgment and make decisions based on reason and virtue, not on fear or social pressure. When we say no from a place of calm conviction, we're not just turning down an offer. We're making a profound statement about our priorities and our commitment to living authentically. So, how can we get better at saying no? It starts with clarity, knowing what we believe in, what our values are, and what goals we're pursuing. When we have a clear understanding of our direction and our principles, it becomes easier to identify which requests align with our path and which do not. And remember, saying no doesn't have to be harsh or confrontational. It can be done with kindness and respect, expressing gratitude for the offer while firmly declining. Additionally, practicing saying no can be liberating. It frees use from unnecessary burdens and commitments, allowing use to focus on what truly matters. It also builds self-respect as we learn to honor our own needs and limits, and perhaps surprisingly, it can lead to greater respect from others, who will recognize your clarity of purpose and integrity. Letting go with equanimity. How can one truly let go with equanimity? It's about understanding and internalizing the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. We can control our efforts, attitudes, virtues, but we cannot control the outcomes, others' actions, or the whims of fate. When we truly grasp this, we begin to free ourselves from the frustration, anxiety, and disappointment that arise from clinging to things beyond our control. But let's be clear. Letting go with equanimity doesn't mean not caring about anything. It means caring deeply about the right things, those that are truly within our control, and accepting the rest with equanimity. It's about investing our energy wisely, channeling our passion and efforts into our actions, and letting go of our attachment to the results. Imagine how much lighter you would feel if you stopped agonizing over every little thing that didn't go as expected. If you stopped getting involved in dramas that really don't concern your core duties and values. This is the liberation that Stoicism offers, a path to inner peace and resilience, no matter what life throws at you. So, how can we cultivate this art of letting go with equanimity? It starts with mindfulness, paying attention to our reactions and gently reminding ourselves to distinguish between what is in our power and what is not. It also involves practice, like any skill worth mastering. We can start small with the trivialities of everyday life and gradually move on to bigger challenges. And as we practice, we'll likely discover something remarkable. The less we try to control the uncontrollable, the more control we actually have over ourselves and our responses. We'll find a new sense of calm and clarity, even in the midst of chaos. As we journey through life embracing the wisdom of Stoicism, we learn that our greatest strength lies in our ability to choose our response, focus on what truly matters, and let go with grace. Remember, the path to tranquility and fulfillment is not found in external recognition or possessions, but in the cultivation of virtue, resilience, and inner peace.